an operation that you have? You have 2,000 employees total? Is that what you have?
About around 2,200 employees.
That's a lot of people. A lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as, go ahead.
Oh, and I was going to mention opportunity with us. There's plenty of opportunity. Just like I mentioned, we're like a small city. For example, myself, I started there about 8 years ago as in the cafe. And I've had several positions within enterprise, and I've been able to progress, and it's been great to me. I know a lot of people that work here at the casino that really enjoy not only the opportunity to move on and progress, but also the opportunity to try something new that you've never done and never thought you would do. You know, we're the only casino in the area, or not necessarily, but everyone else is pretty far apart. So this can be a complete new career for someone in the area.
How about dealers and people who are in the gaming aspect and that kind of thing, or veterans who have that kind of a background or experience in it? Do you look for people in the gaming aspect as well?
Yes, and when it comes to dealers, a lot of the times, a lot of our dealers do usually get trained and get hired on. Just like I mentioned, we don't have that many casinos around, so we don't get that many applicants that have that dealing experience. So a majority of a lot of our dealers started in a different position and then trained to become dealers and our dealers with us.
It's interesting because I had one female veteran approach me about 3 weeks ago who had experience in Las Vegas before she came into the Army. And she evidently made a little bit of money in the Army too, but but she had that kind of a background. I should have her apply down there then, you know. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I think right now we're currently looking for some poker dealers. So.
Oh, okay. So where do you see things going for the casino as far as expansion or anything along those lines? What's happening with the casino?
Right now, they're really the biggest thing right now is our museum across the street from the casino.
Okay.
Right next to the gas station, because we also have a gas station in the corner that's owned by the casino as well. So, so right across from there, we do have that museum that they're gonna be building, and I'm very excited of what it's gonna look like. And
well, tell us a little bit about that.
And what it's.
Tell us a little bit about.
Well, right now we don't have a lot of information regarding the museum.
This is about.
But I know it works. They've been in the works for a while now, and but as far as a building or what's actually going to be there, I'm not exactly sure.
So is this the history of the Chumash Nation? Is that where we're going back?
Yes.
Oh, fascinating.
Is that where we're going? Yes.
Yeah, well, because it's quite a history. I don't think people understand what kind of a history the Chumash have here in this area. I mean,
and how wide do they spread across California?
Oh, it's extensive. It really is. It's fascinating history. And I urge any veteran looking at this, or anybody looking at this, to look into that history, because it's a major part of California, you know. So if I'm a veteran, what's the training aspect? If I come in and I apply to you and I get hired, what's the training aspect as far as the casino is concerned?
Well, each department and each position have their own training. Of course, when you do get hired on, it is a process. So you have to go through your background check, acquire a gaming license, which is a very detailed FBI background check. You're going to go through the process. Once you go through the process and you get hired on your first day, you're going to have about a little over a half day up to a day of orientation. Your first day, do all the paperwork, all the fun stuff, of course. And but after that, we do have a 2-day orientation where we have our trainers come in and they show you everything about the casino. They tell you a little bit of the history, the culture of the casino, and what we expect from our employees, the type of service that we do deliver. So that you do get those 2-day orientation, more so an introduction to the casino. And once you are with your department, of course, you do get your training there, depending on the position, of course, but usually about 2-week training that you'll go through.
Anyway, I was going to say, as far as a veteran or somebody getting hired, and do you have a choice of divisions, or are you assigned a division, or how does that work?
So when it comes to apply applicants, you can apply up to 3 different positions at a time. A lot of times we do have applicants that will apply to several positions. Even positions they're not really sure what they are, but once they speak to a recruiter, we give them a lot more information. we look, as a recruiter, we look at the applicants, all viable applicants. We do call in, and we have that conversation. What are they looking for? Where would they be a good fit in the enterprise? And once we determine that, we do send them out, and they interview, of course, if they're interested, and that's when and if they get the position, of course, there's where they begin.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Fine. Well, I just think that for veterans who are interested in getting into that particular industry, and we haven't really even touched upon the resort. Let's get into the resort too.
Yeah, so we are hiring right now. We really need in the security department. We do look for security guards, security concierge, and we're also looking for security investigators. Our security investigators, you will have to have a previous experience with the public as a peace officer. And then we do require about 5 years experience with public. Other than that, any like security concierge are great positions to get into the casino. And as a concierge is there greeting our guests and making sure everyone's of age coming into the casino, and giving information. And when our guards are the ones that are securing the perimeter. They are pretty much our presence at the casino, security presence at the casino.
Hotel staff, as far as rooms, that kind of thing, housekeeping and that kind of thing.
I'm sorry, you're cut out in the middle of it.
I'm sorry. How about housekeeping and that kind of thing?
Yes, we are looking in those areas as well at the hotel. Just like I mentioned earlier, we're like a small city of itself. The best way to find out what we're hiring on the moment is visiting our website, Chumash Careers. Everything will be posted there. But I know at the hotel, they're looking for guest service agents for guest facing positions. We also have room attendants, housekeepers, and in the laundromat as well. So there's several different positions. I'm not one that recruits for the hotel. Our other recruiter does all the recruiting for the hotel, but there's plenty of opportunity all around within the casino. And like I mentioned, we also have those 2 state properties, the Hatson House and Hotel Quark, located in Solvang. So there's opportunity there as well with guest service agents, supervisors, managers, front and back of the house.
Well, it's an amazing operation you have down there. I mean, really, it truly is. I've been down there a number of times, and every time I've been down there, it's been a very positive experience. And it's been really a pleasure having you here today. Is there anything else I'd like to say as far as the resort and the casino is concerned, and anything promotionally?
Yes, well, this is something I always stress is when you apply at the casino, it's knowing that you're going to apply somewhere you're going to have opportunity. I've experienced it myself. People I see all the time, coworkers that I work with. It's very interesting seeing the people that I started when I initially started working there and where I was at, and then see them where they're at now. It's very exciting just to see that path and that growth that they've gone through. Of course, we're not a perfect company. Not everybody's there that when I started there, but a lot of the people that are still there are great people, and it's awesome to see that. Especially when I started as a line cook, working with some of the guys, and now some of those guys are now stayed in the food and beverage industry, and now are some of our room chefs. And it's very exciting to know that now we're working together again, but in a completely different capacity.
Well, it's nice to know there's no path for advancement too. That's a lot of people, a lot of companies, they kind of forget that sometimes. But I mean, it's nice to hear, and that represents the casino and the resort very, very well. But thank you, Saul. I mean, thank you for coming today. I mean, we really appreciate it. And as I've said, thank you for supporting our veterans. You've done a marvelous job, and we're very, very happy to have you as members of the collaborative and as service providers. We sincerely mean that.
Thank you for inviting us to this event, and hope to see you in future events.
I hope so too. I think Melissa and I are going to go down there in the next month or two. So
hopefully,
perfect. We'll see you then. Okay.
Of course, and good luck.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
All right. Goodbye.